In a 2021 paper on how and what generates sexual pleasure, Komisaruk and Rodriguez did Cerros came up with a paper that described about feelings and sexual euphoria and the neurobiology. I'm not going to bore you with all of the bits and pieces of the brain, but sufficient to say that sexual pleasure is euphoria plus craving. Craving is what you want. The euphoria is the stimulation of getting it. And it builds up, the stimulation builds up, and then it peaks. Same thing happens when you sneeze, or when you smoke, or when you do cocaine, or drink caffeine, your coffee. And so there's an entanglement between the craving and the euphoria. The two have to go together. Now, in the case of sex, it happens on your sexy parts. Your sexy parts, you see something, because your brain is actually combining a bunch of things, sensations like seeing, stimulation, being touched, feeling, and the movement of your body, and sensations. And all of these are interpreted by your brain and create the sexual pleasure. Now, the most salient part of the sexual, and I don't want to make this unsexy by talking about the nucleus accumbens, the nucleus accumbens, and the dopamine that gets in there and gives you the pleasure. Well, let's get back to the scratching as he scratches. So when it comes to an itch, right? There's a craving to touch it. You can feel it, and you want to touch it. And the euphoria is when you actually scratch it and you get that stimulation and it peaks. And every 4 to 6 seconds, this cycle happens inside your brain to like really bring you that rush. And so when you get the itch, you have a craving. The scratching, it's the stimulation and the euphoria. Try, if you have like an itchy foot or something like that, try turning on really hot water and pouring it on there, and it creates a stimulation. I'm not talking about pain. I'm talking about stimulation, baby. Oh, yeah.